I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news.
Fake news.
I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair.
Welcome to the Scorcher Report, news that burns. I'm Rich Gary.
And I'm Pedro Santa Cruz. It's June 28th, and we're coming to you live from our, well, not so live.
What? Not so
from
live?
our studio in downtown Tucson.
Hey, that's a jive.
We're getting with it.
All right. Living good, looking good, and yeah.
Let's do some local news.
All right, let's go for it. Thanks to a $445,000 grant from the Angel Charity, the Tucson Farming Village, an organization focused on teaching Tucson families and children farm-to-table practices, is building a culinary education kitchen. The new kitchen will allow them to be certified and up-to-date with county health codes, which means that they can finally abandon some of their more dangerous recipes. Recipes like E. coli casserole, salmonella spring salad, and my personal favorite, listeria tacos.
You can't go wrong with tacos.
Oh,
they're
listeria?
delicious.
Listeria, I just shed weight every time I get it.
That's awesome. It's a new diet sweeping the nation.
Yeah, food poisoning, hey?
First Lady Melania Trump stopped into Tucson this morning to visit a child detention facility and a Customs and Border Protection Center. Melania's visit was short, as she departed to Phoenix by noon. Asked about the short time span, Melania staff admitted that the First Lady really came to Tucson because she wanted to finally try a Sonoran dog. According to inside sources, her husband was extremely jealous.
You like them Sonoran dogs, Pedro?
I guess. I haven't tried them, but I like them.
You haven't tried them? You gotta get yourself one, man. They're good.
I usually just bet on the dogs.
Get some bacon around there.
Sounds interesting.
Speaking of bacon, a javelina was shot and killed on Tucson's south side June 7th. Killing a javelina is considered an act of illegal poaching, so Arizona Game and Fish is offering a $1,500 reward for information that leads to the arrest of the shooter. So far, there are no leads, but the most likely suspects are javelinas from a rival West Side gang.
That's terrible. Gang warfare.
That's just the reality, folks. It's the reality of a big city living.
On our streets, it's terrible.
Mafiosos. Mafia.
They should be racing those javelinas.
Oh yeah, race javelinas.
ADOT's new facial recognition software has already helped track down a criminal in Tucson who managed to evade the FBI for almost 20 years. The ADOT used the man's driver's license photo to connect him to other phony IDs used by the man in his crimes, and then law enforcement made the arrest. Some people worry about the government utilizing databases of private citizens to enforce crime. But experts point out that DMV workers take such bad photographs that the software is estimated to only work 9% of the time. That's good news for me because I have a lot of fake IDs. And I've committed, well, I'll just stop there.
Now watch out for this guy, folks. An Arizona woman said that pharmacists in Peoria refused to give her a miscarriage prescription because of his, quote, moral objection. One pharmacist. The same pharmacist has also refused to sell Bengay, claiming that it promotes homosexual agendas. Where'd you get a sandwich?
Carol brought it. You didn't see her?
What? No, I didn't. I was reading the story. Why didn't you hold her up? I mean, I keep telling her that my microphone cord's broke.
She said she didn't care, and neither did I.
Well, what kind of sandwich is that?
I don't care about that either, as long as she remembers my pickles.
Can you guys get a good shot of that? You get a good shot of the pickles?
And I really don't know what kind of sandwich this is. It has some kind of egg and mayonnaise combination.
Yeah, it looks like it's an egg salad sandwich.
Rich, there's no salad in this sandwich. There's not a single piece of lettuce or spinach or anything.
I'm changing the subject.
Oh, Carol, where you been?
Well, I had to give Pedro a sandwich.
Sandwich? I'm not paying to feed these people. What am I,
A restaurant?
I was gonna say a food man, but that's good too.
Don't worry, I've been getting cheap horse meat from the track. He doesn't know it, but last week I fed him the same horse that he lost $5 grand on. He ate it twice.
Can we get back to the show?
I'm eating a sandwich.
That's worth the money. Oh, you're delightful. It's so good to have somebody here that I can be comfortable with, that I can just, let my hair down, that I can make fun of poor people with,
Well, I mean, they're ridiculous. It's like, get some money.
We even finish each other's
Seroquel.
This is fun. This is fun. So, what'd you find out about that Charlie character?
Well, it turns out his name's Rich.
So he's lying to me. That's a bad start. It's a bad start. Not good.
And he told me his microphone cord isn't working.
Ugh. The old microphone cord trick. What a creep. That's just like Johnson.
Rich.
Got that right. So what are we gonna do?
Slip these into Rich's drink before the show. The police will blame Pedro.
Oh, not like Pete. Mud capsules, huh? Do I have to give these all to him? Can I take a couple?
It's the only way to neutralize the threat.
Please. Ah, all right.
Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe top, full of direst cruelty.
Nope, I'm back.
Oh,
I forgot my Vitamix vape. You got that on you?
yeah,
All right. Why are you talking all fancy? Are you a globalist?
heavens no.
All right. You going to Emu CrossFit later?
Of course, I never miss it, my liege.
League. That's good. That better not be an insult. I'm gonna bing that later.
I assure you, it's not.
Sure? Yeah. Mandy, I told you to clean that up!
All right, folks, it's time to move on to national and international news. Noticas.
Chinese hackers breached the computer of a Navy contractor, stealing reams of data related to submarine technology. Lawmakers met this week about their concern over the act of espionage, fearing that the military doesn't have a sufficient cybersecurity plan. Congress later came up with the bipartisan plan to call the hackers nerds in public to break their self-confidence.
Nerds!
Those are a delicious candy, by the way. I can eat a whole box in one chug,
Nerd alert!
especially the lemon berry.
Oh, yeah. An 8-year-old boy named Pedro. Hey. An 8-year-old boy named Pedro was separated from his father and is expected to represent himself in immigration court. According to sources, the boy has been brushing up on his legal theory and will next year star in Dick Wolf's Law and Order Jr.
That sounds similar to the story of a 30-year-old boy named Pedro who represents himself in gambling court.
Oh, man. Well, I wish Pedro good luck.
Coca-Cola's European division is having to temporarily pause some production because of a shortage of carbon dioxide gas on the continent after 5 major CO2 producers went offline for maintenance. European Union leaders reassured its citizens by reminding them that President Trump would be visiting Europe in a few short weeks. Because he's full of hot air.
And we've been on...
Did you get that one, Rich?
We've been on the air for 2 minutes.
Did you get
Trump
it?
Already made his way into the headline.
That would be called the Trump Slam, right?
3, 2, 1. Trump slam. President Trump, what? President Trump confused the mayors of San Diego and Oakland in one speech last week. Trump claimed that San Diego Mayor Kevin Faulconer gave an early warning to an upcoming ICE raid, even though it was Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf who issued the warning. The president confused the crowd further when he went on a 20-minute rant about Mayor McCheese.
You know, I'm going to just take a moment. I think Mayor McCheese has had an ulterior motive for years. I think he may be the Hamburglar in disguise.
I personally feel like he should make a run at Congress.
He has the money to do it, and he has the
money.
backing from the mafia.
He's got the burgers, he won't get hungry.
His head is a burger.
You got to keep that tum-tum full, ladies and gentlemen.
give the people what they want, get elected. The guy's head is a burger. He'll do fine in politics.
This guy likes pickles. It's the whole thing. It's the whole shebang. It's all there. All the pieces are there.
Especially the cheese. An Oakland woman called the police on a black firefighter this week, even though the man was in uniform, as he did a routine inspection. Also last week, an Ohio woman called the cops on a black police officer who was patrolling her neighborhood. According to witnesses, the officer fielded the call, then began yelling at no one before choke slamming himself to the ground. The officer has been placed on paid probation.
And Canada's legalization of marijuana will begin on October 17th of this year, according to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. So last Wednesday, Trudeau also announced that Canadians will be able to order their marijuana through the mail as part of the legalization program. On a completely unrelated note, I recently registered a new P.O. box in Vancouver, and it's for tax purposes.
You got a big tax bill this year?
I gotta roll up that tax bill and just really work on it.
Well, you know what they say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
And where there's fire, there's flames.
And where there's flames, it's time for our weather report.
Oh my gosh, geez Louise. Look at what time it is.
I don't have a watch.
All right, let's kick it to Kim. Kim SUNNY Burnham. I never know where she's at.
Let's just wave and pretend like we know.
Hi, Tucson! It's me, Kim SUNNY Burnham, once again with your Tucson 5-day forecast, brought to you by Tetro's Tuna Toffee, the only seafood-flavored toffee. It's like chewing the sea. Let's talk about the national holidays of July. July 3rd was National Eat Your Beans Day. Fun fact, that's why we have fireworks on the 4th of July, so you can fart and no one can hear you. Today is National Bikini Day, which goes along with National Nude Recreational Week, which runs from July 4th to July 10th. So let's get naked, Tucson. No. Oh, okay. Well, not get naked now. Later on, get naked. All right. Let's get into it. First off, let me remind you, my wedding was so fun. Thanks for asking. You know, it's a fun wedding when it ends up with a SWAT raid, am I right? And the divorce was even better. I got half of everything that T-Bone owned, which ended up being an old pair of Timberlands and a subscription to Field and Stream magazine. Actually, I only got one of his Timberland boots, but that's okay. He got one and I got one. It'll help me remember him. I'd say I've got some reading to do, but never mind. I've never bothered to learn. That's what signs are for. Speaking of signs, you see these bright yellow symbols behind me? Well, that can only mean one thing for sure. More sun! Yay! Yep! We're cruising through the summer at over 100 degrees, and it's not showing any sign of slowing down. Tomorrow we get all the way up to 108, which I think is considered torture in at least a dozen countries. Lucky for me, though, I'm a sadomasochist. Yes, I am. But if you're not into that whole S&M thing, the rest of the weekend will cool down to a chilly 105, with the nighttime temps dropping all the way to 88 degrees. It's times like those that I'll be missing cuddling with old T-Bone and then digging through his pockets until he accuses me of stealing his identity. Look, I told you, T-Bone, cheating Social Security isn't theft. It's a challenge. Oh, guess what? On Monday, we might see some rain. Yay! But don't get too excited because there's only a 20% chance. The same odds of me finding another lover as ravenous as T-Bone. But that won't stop me from trying. I'm gonna get all gussied up on Monday night and I'm gonna go looking for some love in all the wrong places. Like, my favorite place to go is a plasma clinic. Let's hope it doesn't rain overnight, because when I wake up on the sidewalk on Tuesday morning, I don't want to be all wet. You dirty dog. Unless I'm at least not from the rain. You know what I mean? Plus, Tuesday is me and T-Bone's 2-week anniversary and 1-week divorce anniversary, and I'm spending it yelling at some ducks at the park. So feel free to come and join me. Yell at the ducks. Back to you guys. Bye.
Thanks again, Kim. Sounds like it's gonna be hot. Who would have thought? Anyways, on to the news out of Washington.
The U.S. froze aid to Palestine as part of the Taylor Force Act, which requires Palestinian officials to end payments to terrorist groups. The decision came the same week that White House aide Jared Kushner arrived in Israel to discuss a peace plan between Israel and Palestine. Kushner said that the two policy moves were connected because, in his experience, poor people are more peaceful.
Because they only have, they got to pick up all the pieces in the ground, so they're peaceful.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Glad we have him running things.
A Senate sub-panel advanced a $765 billion Pentagon spending bill this week and increased the spending by $20 billion or more, which doubles the spending of Russia's entire military. Far from being worried, Russian officials say that Facebook is still free. Hello?
I did not know that.
You've been paying for Facebook? Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. And your bill's it's almost time for your bill, dude. You're running late. You
I don't know.
I'm your Facebook landlord.
I don't know anyone named Bill on Facebook. A new tax form was released this week that's the size of a postcard, a promise that Republican leaders have been making for years. However, the postcard tax form leaves off popular deductions and includes 6 additional worksheets for taxpayers to search through. In addition to the added complications, taxpayers will now have to audit, fine, and arrest themselves for tax violations. So, you're going to arrest yourself for your P.O. Box tax violations?
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Oh, I get it.
I think that might be my favorite joke.
Because marijuana is funny.
No, whatever. Former White House aide Steve Bannon resurfaces this week to congratulate the Trump administration on Supreme Court decision allowing the travel ban. Following the statement, Bannon retweeted to his underground lair to feast on mole rats.
You know, mole rats are actually quite tasty. I've had them with roasted potatoes before. Delicious. Kind of reminiscent of capybara.
That's gross.
EP Administrator Scott Pruitt is at it again. This time, an investigation found that Pruitt has just sent one email to an outside address in his first 10 months of running the agency. The report stoked theories that Pruitt has been using his personal email address to conduct government business. Upon hearing the report, Pruitt began chanting, "Lock him up, lock him up," before realizing the report was about him. Ouch.
I succumb to chance easily. Lock him up, lock him up, lock him up.
Very musical show today. I think it's your turn.
3 Democratic and Republican senators are asking the Pentagon to rethink its decision to use military lawyers to prosecute immigration cases. The senators say that the lawyers known as JAGs have no training to deal with immigration cases. The Pentagon defended their decision, asking if the senators had ever seen the show Jag. When the senators replied that they had not, the Pentagon tried to convince the chamber with a 12-hour JAG marathon.
A marathon? That sounds like a lot of running.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of running to the kitchen to get snacks and running back to the chair to catch the prosecutions.
Well, I forgot my running shoes. Can you just bring me the snacks?
Dude.
What's up, guys?
Where have you been? Oh my God, it looks like you slept in a dumpster.
Shut up.
Oh, dude.
What?
You smell.
Like what?
You smell like...
I believe that's aged bourbon, if I'm not mistaken.
Very sharp, Pete. Very good. That's correct. Well, yeah, I slept in a dumpster, and I used bourbon to, disinfect everything. So.
Why did you sleep in a dumpster, Brenden?
What am I going to sleep out in the street with the homeless guys? Come on. All right. So Carol gave me a capsule of a whole jar, actually, of mud capsules to kill you, and I ended up taking them all, and so I ended up, Guess who I met?
What do you mean, kill me?
Well, Carol wanted to kill you. It's a long story. Let me finish the whole thing. Okay, so I'm zonked out on mud capsules, right? And this morning, I exited my dumpster, and guess who I met?
Gary Stevens.
Good guess, but no. I met Mr. Christ himself.
Who's that?
Jesus.
Who's that now? Oh, he's the Alka-Seltzer guy, right?
No, I like him too, but no. Jesus, the Lord and Savior, the Messiah, the pierced one.
Dennis Rodman.
Just as good. All right, guy's the best. So I invited him on the show if you guys want to talk to him.
Oh yeah, I'd love to talk to Jesus. Maybe he can turn some water into wine, right?
Oh, does he do whiskey?
He can do anything, Pete. Ask and ye shall receive. All right, Jesus, are you there?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, wow. You are not what we were expecting.
Yeah, where's the furry pink hat and the tattoos?
I think you're thinking about Dennis Rodman. Jesus, how are you today?
Really going for the jugular there, huh? Barbara Walters?
Okay, I've explained this to this guy several times. I'm not Jesus, my name's Jesus. This guy came crawling out of the dumpster, pouring liquor all over himself and telling me about the Illuminati. I gave him some water and he wouldn't leave me alone.
Did you turn it into wine?
Don't ask him that.
Can you turn my water into whiskey?
Great question, Pete. You're a true journalist.
Yeah, again, I'm not Jesus. I'm Jesus. I work at the gym.
He's super modest. Gym means heaven.
Okay, look, I don't know what you guys are doing over there, but I'm really busy. Is this a TV show?
This is totally a TV show.
Where does it air?
Jesus, you're filibustering. If there's anything I hate more than filibustering, it's filibustering. My belief system of new facts tells me that you're Jesus, so you're Jesus.
But I'm not.
Jesus, you remember that fat stack of cash I gave you? What'd you say you were going to do with that?
I'm starting a business.
Right. And what did I say I would do once you got your business up and running?
You said you would wire me $500,000 in seed funding.
What? You don't even pay us.
I'm working him. Shh.
You can't say you're working him when he's right here.
Don't tell me how to work people.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
All right, so to be clear, you do want that money, correct?
Yes.
So, what's your name?
Jesus.
Last name?
Christ.
Oh, Dios míos, I knew it!
What does Michael Jordan smell like? Also, who do you think's gonna win the finals next year?
Dude, he's not Dennis. Wait a second. So you're gonna go ahead and say you are the real Jesus?
Sure.
Oh, well, I have so many questions, Jesus.
I just have one question. Will you wash my feet?
No.
Come on! You did it for everybody else in your book.
His book?
Yeah, the Bibble. It's about the Bibbles. They're like magical creatures and they grant wishes. I don't know, I skimmed it. You don't even know it because it's not written on a teleprompter. All right, please, Jesus, come on. I slept in a dumpster.
I'd love to, but I gotta run. I'm moving out to Santa Monica to start up a new fitness center. It's gonna be huge.
I'm listening.
Combines Eastern medicine with the Kabbalah and Krav Maga.
I'm still listening.
This is the longest I've ever seen anyone keep his attention.
Yeah, you should come by. I'll give you the first class free.
Gotta go, guys. Good luck with everything. I'll be gone for ever.
I'm okay with that. So, wait, are we? Do we have to keep doing new facts?
I don't care. Carol's in charge. Wait for me, Jesus. I'm coming.
Wait. But Carol tried to kill me.
Sucks for you.
Whatever. Let's end on some entertainment news. That'll get all this off my mind.
I'm glad Carol's taking over. She makes a good sandwich.
Carol, can I get a sandwich too?
She just makes them for me, buddy. Sorry. Comedian Tom Arnold claims in a CNN interview that he's teamed up with Trump personal lawyer Michael Cohen to, quote, take the president down. Arnold later posted a picture with Cohen on Twitter to double down on his claims. TMZ reports that the pair are teaming up for a political prank show called Mike and Tom Take 'Em Down, which will air until Cohen goes to prison. That sounds like a show that would try to compete with our show. Oh, you have your own sandwich. I don't think Carol made that sandwich, though. It doesn't look like it was made with the same love
Because
that Carol made in the sandwich for me.
This one's completely vegan.
Oh, okay. Is the plastic bag vegan, too?
I'm not eating the plastic bag.
Well, aren't you special?
The Twitter account We Rate Dogs ran its controversy this week as it revealed that the owner of the account, Matt Nelson, has been changing foreign-sounding dog names to more white names. The user noticed the scandal when noticing that a dog named Kanan was changed to George, prompting Nelson to admit that he changes the names to gauge user interest. Despite the incident, George or Kanan swears that he is indeed a good boy.
That sounds very racist. Emergency personnel were called to the home of Heather Locklear a day after the actress was arrested on 2 counts of battery. Medical authorities say that the biggest tragedy is that Tommy Lee is now the sensible one. I'd be fine with Heather Locklear beating me for a little while.
Whew. That was a tasty sandwich.
Wow, you eat fast. I'm
President
impressed.
Trump, yeah, well, you know, I gotta get it in me. I was hungry.
But it was vegan, so does it really count? Let's pose the questions to the viewers.
Viewers, does it count if it's vegan as food? President Trump tweeted a statement of support from director David Lynch, who said in a Guardian interview that Trump could go down as the greatest president ever. In response, Lynch claimed that his statement was taken out of context, then pulled a deformed clown out of his dreams.
Been there.
Done that.
Does that mean our news broadcast is over?
Our news broadcast is over. Folks,
I do not see any outro, but I remember it goes something like this.
Folks.
Please feel free to...
Folks, thank you for tuning in with us today. We really appreciate it. It makes Pedro and myself happy to see that you're watching and learning and staying informed about the news.
Sandwiches for everyone.
It's our passion to bring people the news.
That sounds like bullshit.
It's our passion, and
Please feel to like, share, subscribe.
please feel to like.
Isn't that how it goes? Something like that. Something about feeling or liking.
Yeah, like this video, subscribe to the Creative Tucson YouTube channel, share this video on social media platforms, like the Scorcher Report Facebook page. Right?
And deposit money into my account.
Deposit money in my account, not his. Let us know if vegan food is indeed food. And what else?
Stay creative, Tucson.
Stay creative, Tucson.
You know, I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news.
Fake news.
I've seen people.
Living
Let's
good,
get started
folks.
with some local news.
Food in the belly. turkey legs.
I think your story is zooming by. You probably should start reading it. Live from
coming
our
to you.
studio.
We're here, and we're happy, and we're excited, and I stink. I showered week. My wife threw me out of the house, and then the dog ate my socks. I have no socks.
The one that I'll need a pause at is the horse meat one.
Yes.
Honest. The public doesn't believe you people anymore. You have a lower approval rate than Congress. You know, I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news.
Fake news.
I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair. Some of the